Well, hi Leos! Welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It is time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. So if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started, Leos. Let's find out what it is that you need to know is coming up, in your life. And any advice is so welcome at any time for Leos. Please. Thought that wanted to come out for Leos. Okay, let's see what we have. In the order that they came out. In the order. For Leos, please. Oh, gosh, you're trying not to think about something that keeps you really got on your mind. For Leos. I just did Cancer and they had the Judgment card in the same place. That's odd. Okay, so well, I got just enough for both halves of the reading. Okay. Well, Leos, the overall energy of your reading is the Ace of Wands. Your changes are taking place. You're going to be moving forward. And you're moving forward to a good place. See that wand? It's blossoming, it's blooming. So you got a fresh start and a new beginning coming in. And that's what the cards are going to talk about here today. Up here in your highest energy is a Two of Swords. Now, what are you trying not to deal with here with the Two of Swords? You do have your heart guarded, okay? Your arms are across your heart. You have your swords up in self-protection, and you have a blindfold on. This is almost like an ostrich putting its head in the sand, hoping that it'll just work itself out without having to really look at it or deal with it. These are the two strongest energies in your whole reading. Now, you have a fresh start, new beginning coming in, okay? I don't know that you are that excited about it. It's happening. I think you're afraid you might get hurt. I think that you think that if you just don't deal with it, it'll go away. Now, this is going to make more sense to those of you this reading is for this week. Let me keep reading. I'll make more sense of it as I go along. But right next to that Two of Swords, where you're blocking your heart and you have your swords up in self-defense and you're blindfolded, it's like you just don't want to see it, you don't want to hear about it, you don't want to deal with it. Yet there is a fresh start and a beginning coming in. I have the Nine of Swords right between those two cards. You're up in your head. These are swords of truth and clarity. And these moments that you spend alone here and trying to not deal with things, the thoughts don't stop. The thoughts keep coming in. And these are thoughts of truth and clarity. So this is going to help you, I think, to move into this new life cycle. It isn't an easy thing for you. You're really going to struggle doing it. Mentally, you don't know that this is what you really want. But let me just keep reading. I have the Empress here, right next to the Nine of Swords. All cards are male or female, by the way. The Empress is Libra or Taurus. That might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But this card comes out from the universe, especially when it's in your highest energy, to remind you of who you are. Have you forgotten? You are a beautiful person inside. You have all these great qualities about you. You're kind, you're loving, you're thoughtful, you're considerate, you're deserving. You are just an all-around good person. You have a lot of good qualities that many people should have but don't. Okay, so yes, you have a lot to offer, and whoever you do let come into your life, that you let your guard down for, make sure that they have a lot of those same qualities, because that will be needed in moving forward. Now I have the Knight of Cups right under the Two of Swords. You have been blocking love, for sure. You haven't wanted any love offers to come in, probably from past experiences. This is a sincere love offer, the Knight of Cups. See that cup they're bringing? It has lots of room for love. So it's like the beginnings of a relationship, and it's sincere. They are sincere. They're offering a fresh start, new beginning for you here. They do want to get to know you. You know, they can pick up, they can sense that you have all this love in your heart, and you do. I have the Ace of Cups next to the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Cups is right under the Empress. They also have a huge cup of love that they can offer. And they know that you can too. They just know that. That's why they're coming towards you. And they want to give this a chance. They want to give it a shot. So, you're up in your head. It's like, I don't know. I'm surprised the Moon card isn't here, because it's like it comes in out of the blue. It's not like you invited this in. It just comes in because you've been in this place of not wanting to deal with love or dating or men or women, whatever your preference is. So under the Knight of Cups, I have the Three of Swords, and this is why. You are still, you're remembering this broken heart. I think your last relationship really broke your heart bad. All this rain, those are tears. I got Three Swords just piercing the heart. And so there could have been a third party, maybe not. Either way, it hurt. And that's why you've been guarding your heart. But that's not stopping this offer from coming in. I have the Judgment card here next to the Three of Swords and under the Ace of Wands. You know what? All these thoughts of truth and clarity that have been coming through your head, they're part of your spiritual lesson. You have been through it. This is your guardian angels and spirit guides, and they're blowing this horn down on you, and you're getting it. You're awakening to a spiritual lesson. You may have made mistakes along the way. You may have been able to prevent your heart from getting to this place where it got so broken if you just maybe followed your intuition, or there is something that you feel that you're putting blame on yourself for, I feel like here. And so you're really not trusting yourself or others, but you're learning what happened. You are realizing why your heart was broken. See, you're awakening. All these people here, they're like, I get it now. I see what happened. I know, what I could have done, or whatever the deal is. This is learning your spiritual lesson. Now, when you learn a spiritual lesson, the universe rewards you, and I feel like this is a reward trying to come in. I have the Four of Cups right next to the Judgment card and under the Ace of Cups. They come in and look what you're doing. You're like, I don't think so. No. I don't really want to look at that love offer, because I know what happens. Your heart gets broken. So, you take your time, and you're very guarded at first about this offer that comes in. You just don't want to hand you want to keep your love. You're afraid to hand it out. So there's a delay in accepting this offer, but I think you are, because the Ace of Wands is surrounding your entire reading. So this is a fresh start, new beginning, blossoming and blooming with this offer coming in. So I think it's just a delay in accepting this. Like, can I have your phone number? Would you like to go for a walk? Can I get to know you better somehow? And they're sincere about it. They are definitely attracted to you. And I think it's because of all the love you have in your heart. It's hard to find. It really is. Okay, so, wow, Leos. Right up here next to the Empress is the Hermit. Now, this is in your highest energy. So the Hermit here, this is your very highest, but the whole line up here is your highest energy. So the Hermit, this is the card for Virgo. Virgo might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But it's a very spiritual card, and this time that you've spent alone, you have been thinking about your path forward. Like, what does it look like? What does it feel like? You know, how should you move forward in life? And that Hermit is here to shine the light on your path. Well, they're shining the lantern right on you. And, you know, when they're shining the lantern right on the Empress, they're saying, make sure they have a lot of the same qualities that you have. That will be the one, okay? So you're ready to move into a new life cycle. They know that you're contemplating it. And this World card right here, which is your new life cycle, is right next to the Death card. So in order to enter this new life cycle, you're going to have to leave the old behind. You're going to have to let your guard down a bit. So leaving the old behind and moving forward, this is a transformation, the Death card. That's what it's all about. So you need to come out of this place where you've been and kind of, you know, let your guard down a bit to enter this new life cycle. The Death card is also the card for Scorpio. So Scorpio might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. So you are moving forward. You are going to transform from being all guarded and self-blaming. That's what it feels like you could have prevented this heartbreak. You know, it was all a spiritual lesson, so I don't think you could have prevented it. I think it was meant to happen with this Judgment card being here and on the same line as that Nine of Swords. I have the Ten of Pentacles right under the Hermit. Your path forward towards a secure, stable, grounded relationship. This is union between two people with extended family. And there's a child tucked down here. And there's also pets. This is a very family-oriented, grounded, committed relationship. And this is where you're headed. It's right next to the Ace of Cups. This person who's coming in, eventually, I think you're going to end up in a committed and married, grounded relationship. Family-type relationship. And, you know, here is the Nine of Cups. This is like wishes coming true. You know, that's one of the meanings for the Nine of Cups. And it's right under the World card, the new life cycle, next to the Ten of Pentacles. This is all that love. Remember I said you have a lot of love? You do. But you've been guarding it. So you've been blocking it. You have not been wanting to hand it out. You've been guarding it, happily guarding it. But now you're faced with entering this new life cycle. So a wish coming true for you would be able to let your guard down and hand that love out and have an equal exchange of love, you know, between you and the partner, someone who's very sincere. I have the Page of Wands right next to the Nine of Cups and under the Death card. So there is something that's brewing or will be brewing inside of you. The Page of Wands is about speaking up about something that is not easy to talk about, usually brews from your feet, and it finally comes out your mouth. And it is all about this fresh start and new beginning. So perhaps you take your time. Remember, you don't just reach for that offer, that love offer. You got the Four of Cups down here. You got to think about it. I think you decide that, yeah, you want to move forward, and it takes a lot of courage for you to speak up and speak out and say, you know, that offer that you made about, you know, maybe going for a walk or getting a cup of coffee or something. Let's go do that if you still want to. Okay. You know, that sounds so simple to a lot of people, but with you, I think that's difficult. And that is all part of leaving the old behind and moving forward. I have the King of Swords right under the 10 of Pentacles and next to the 4 Cups. This is air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But you are still guarded. Even though you're going to, decide to go ahead and take a chance on them, move forward, get to know them, let them get to know you. That's the hardest part, I think, for you. If this is your reading, because you're so guarded. You still have your sword up, but that's a lot better than the 2 of Swords, the King of Swords. Your eyes are wide open. Your sword is up in self-defense, and you're very mature thinking, okay? So, right under that, so you're just going to be careful. You're going to move forward, and you're just going to be more careful. I think you learned your lesson from this Judgment card here, from your guardian angels and spirit guides. And so maybe that is the lesson right there, is, be careful. Look out for yourself in moving forward. Ask the right questions. Don't let red flags, don't ignore them. Bring them up. And don't ignore the green flags. Everybody talks about the red flags. There's also green flags you need to pay attention to, too. I have the 8 of Swords next to the King of Swords and under the 9 of Cups. This is like feeling trapped, but not actually being trapped. The swords of truth and clarity all around you here. The blindfold is on, you're bound. And I think that you were just kind of trapped in this place, or feeling trapped in this place of not being able to love again, okay? That was all an illusion, and I think this 9 of Swords is what brings this, it breaks you free from the 8 of Swords energy and allows you to be able to put the old behind and move forward. But you're going to take one of those swords with you, and you're going to be self-protectant. So you are transforming from feeling trapped within yourself, and breaking out, but going forth in self-protection. You've been alone a long time. This is something you want to talk about. I think that you have been hibernating, and just kind of keeping to yourself. I got the 5 of Pentacles under the Page of Wands and next to the 8 of Swords. So this is something you need to talk about. Hey, I've been alone. I've been on my own for a long time. I haven't dated for a long time. I think that you were left in this feeling of abandonment, or a feeling maybe you were ghosted by the other person in a prior relationship, the one that broke your heart. And you were just kind of staying. You just kind of stayed in that energy for a long time, but now you're breaking free. But this is something you want to explain and talk about, and which takes courage. I'm going to take out a card from the universe. So this is a sincere offer. It's just going to be difficult for you to accept it and let your guard down a bit, okay, to move forward. Let's find out what the universe has to say. Oops, we'll take that one. That's the one. Okay. The thoughts I think today are pre-paving my future. The thoughts I think today, let me hold that up there, are pre-paving my future. Now I'm going to read it to you. It's card number 52. This is what it says. So you can pause and read this anytime you want. But I'm going to read it to you. Every thought that you think that is directed toward what you want for your future is of great benefit to you. Every thought that you are thinking about your future that you do not want is a disadvantage to you. Whether thinking of vitality and health or decline and disease, you are pre-paving your future. So what it's saying is, where you putting your thoughts is what you attract into your life. So, if your thoughts are going to stay with, I'm never going to see anybody, talk to anybody, I'm going to guard my heart for the rest of my life, I'm never letting anybody get close to me again, then that's exactly what's going to happen in your life. But if you decide that you're going to take a chance and look at the love and look at the possibilities and think about the good things that could happen in your future, that's what you will attract. The card from the universe. So Leos, this was your reading. Thank you for watching. Universal Guidance Tarot.